Hey everyone. I just watched a little bit of Slammiversary. Actually, I fast forwarded through some of it. The way I got it was I downloaded it about 2.5 hours after it came on, courtesy of hotfile.com. And some of the matches from what I saw looked pretty good. I mean, the first match was great. The match between AJ Styles and Lethal was a tremendous match. The tag team main event, which was Hardy and Anderson, and taking on Beer Money, was great. Looked terrific. Was a great matchup. And if you look on Wikipedia, they call someone's called Hardy and Anderson the enigmatic assholes. So I don't know where that came from. Brian Kendrick and Doug Williams was a good match, although Doug Williams won. We had Madison Rayne and Roxy in a match, which I guess had a last-minute stipulation made by Madison that if Roxy lost, she would lose her career. So I don't know if that's going to stand, since it was right off the bat. Last minute. We had the Monsters Ball, which was a pretty violent match. Not as violent as the other Monsters Balls, but it was okay. I mean, you had barbed wire boards involved. You had the glass, which we hadn't seen in a while. You had a barbed wire teddy bear involved. You had Desmond getting choked into a platform in front of the announce table. It was violent, but like I said, not on the level of some of the Monsters Balls we've seen in the past. What else? Oh, and then we had Matt Morgan and Hernandez. Morgan tried to get out of the match, but didn't work, and he did win the match by disqualification, but I don't think we've seen the last of this. And then we had Rob Van Dam and Sting for the world title, and it was a good match. Rob won the match, beat Sting in a way thanks to help from Jeff Jarrett. Still we don't know what's going on with Sting and the deception deal. Some fans who commented on it through various wrestling forums said they were disappointed. They don't know why they didn't just get the answers here and there. I've got a feeling, though, just like some have probably said, we'll probably get the answers this week, tonight during the tapings, and this Thursday during the airing. So we'll get the answers to what's going on with the whole deception deal. I mean, the one thing I did kind of find interesting is Sting said in an interview that he said Rob Van Dam was a pawn. In other words, it sounds like it kind of sounds like Sting looks at Rob Van Dam as someone, that can do good on his own, doesn't need help or anything, but is being used. Doesn't know he's being used, but he's being used. So, again, we didn't really get any answers last night, but I got a feeling we're going to get more answers this week. But, really, Slammiversary was pretty good, and I haven't watched it all completely. I just fast-forwarded through most of the matches, see some of the highlights, pictures, if you will, if you want to, by doing that, and it looked pretty good. Most of the matches were okay. Some were good, like Angle, Kazarian, and Lethal, and Styles, and the Monsters Ball was, like I said, violent, but not as violent as the others, and others have been in the past. And RVD and Sting was pretty good. Sting can still go, despite how you feel about him. He can still go. So, and the whole thing with Kazarian, Flair, and Styles, that looks like it's going to lead into a match where the winner is going to be on the outside looking in, or the loser is going to be on the outside looking in. So, but really, the only titles that weren't defended last night, though, were the global and the tag titles. So, we'll see what happens there. But overall, it looked okay, looked decent, looked like an alright Slammiversary pay-per-view. And that's really all I could say on it. I'm going to have to get a better look at it later. But that's all I'm going to say about it. You got any comments, let me know. If you tell me what match you think is better, and I'm going to be back in just a little bit to talk about the storylines, if you were in TNA, that really need some explaining. That really need to either be explained, come to an end, or something. So, I'll be back.